Hey guys, it's Sheila from Team Wanderess. Follow along to see how I got this smoky, sultry eyes look with glowy skin, perfect for a girl's night out. And I love starting off with these because they're a great way. They act sort of as shadow shield, so any fallout you get from eyeshadow, it'll like get caught in here and then you don't have to worry about cleaning it up later. And these are also great because I have really bad under eye circles, so they really help to sort of brighten and hydrate the under eye area. And I have pretty sensitive eyes and I love these because they don't make me break out or I don't have any sort of reaction to them. And since they're enriched with aloe vera, it's really great for the under eye area. So I'm going to show you how to create a really dramatic, smoky, sultry eye with this off-duty eyeshadow palette that we just launched. I'm going to start off by going in with Desert Island. So I'm going to start off by following the natural V of my lid and really shaping it with this shade. So since it's a smokier, more dramatic eye, I'm going to start off with this darker shade. So the key is to really follow the natural shape of your eye. And that'll help you create the most suitable look for your eye shape. So yeah, I'm just taking this, going back and forth in sort of like a windshield wiper motion. I'm just really making sure to blend it well. I like to use a more dense brush to really pack on the color, especially when you're creating a more defined, smoked out look. I'm going to go in with shade Unplug. And I'm going to go in with my finger just to really capture or grab as much pigmentation as possible. So I'm going to go in and cover my entire lid with that, and you can see how pigmented the shadow is. It's a really pretty champagne gold color. And then I'm going to go back in with the brush just to really amp up the drama. And blend it into the crease color. And so I'm going back in with Desert Island to really define this winged out effect I created. So again, it's super important to follow the natural shape of your eye, the natural V, and to just use that as your guide when creating this look. And we're going to go in now with slide liner in Black Sand. And the cool thing about this liner is that it actually has a sharpener on the other end, so in case you really need to define and sharpen the line. So I like to start at the top, just really smudge it out. If you're in a bit of a time crunch, you can leave the liner as is, but just lining the outer third of your eye, or you can keep extending the line a bit more. It's just really about how dramatic you want to be and how much time you have. And I think I'm just going to leave it like this. Just extending it a little bit more. Now I'm going to line the rest of my eye. So one of my secrets is to go in with a super thin, precise brush and just clean up any messes that you see, and it'll really help you get a more defined wing and cat eye like effect. Now I'm going to go in on the other eye and create the same eyeshadow look. So again, start with Desert Island and really follow the V shape of your eye. So one of the tricks I have for really creating the perfect V or really creating the perfect cat eye is to line the liner with the end of your brow and then follow that direction when winging out your liner. So that's how I created this sultry, smoky eyeshadow look with just 3 easy steps using off-duty and slide liner in Black Sand. So now that I've finished my eyeshadow look, I'm going to take off baggage claim and follow it with Unlashed mascara. And so you're going to take in any of the serum that's left over and rub it into your under eye area to really, just to make sure you don't waste any of the serum and really maximize the use of baggage claim. And then you can also apply it to the other parts of your complexion. So yeah, definitely see a brighter under eye area. So now I'm going to go in with Unlashed mascara, one of my favorite mascaras, especially because of the brush. It's this really cool S-shaped brush that really lets you grab and capture every single lash. So I'm going to line up my lashes with the brush, start at the very tip and then work my way up. So the cool thing about this brush is that it also acts as a lash curler, or you can use it as a lash curler. So really just like make this motion with your lashes in the brush. And then go back in with the tip of the brush to really define the outer lashes. So on any given day I'll do 2 to 3 coats depending on how I'm feeling. And then when I go out, I like to really amp up my lashes by doing 4 to 5 coats. So it's really, the cool thing about this mascara is that you can really layer it until you've achieved your desired lash length. And I'm more dramatic, so I like to do a lot. So this is my lashes after 2 coats, and like I said, I like to be really dramatic with my lashes, so we're gonna go in with 1 more coat. I might even go in and do 4 coats, depending on how we feel. One of the tricks I have is that once you have your lashes, once you've started at the bottom, go upwards and even do like this like bouncing effect to really get them to curl up. So it leaves you with the same effect you would have if you used an eyelash curler. Especially since I'm terrified of eyelash curlers, this is a really good tip if you do not like to have that near your eyes. This is my 4th layer of Unlashed mascara, and the cool thing about this mascara, like I said earlier, is that you can really layer it up and it won't clump, it won't create that sort of like messy lash effect. You can just keep going until your heart desires. And I find that this is one of the probably the only mascara I can get away with layering it up as many times as I want. So now that I've layered up the top lashes, I'm going to go into the bottom. And so again, you line up the brush to the shape of your lower lashes and just go up and down. You can also point it up and go like, and just like swipe it across. I like to do both. That's 1 eye with Unlashed, 4 coats of Unlashed mascara and 1 at the bottom, so you can see the difference. So doing my lashes is my favorite part of the look. It's just so fun for me to just really see my lashes build up with Unlashed. So I'm gonna go in with the 2nd layer. And so I found that most volumizing mascaras tend to really smudge or flake. And since this one is water resistant, I don't find that I have that problem, so I can really layer it on. So we did 4 total coats on both lashes. And you can't really get away with that with most mascaras, but with Unlashed, you can really layer it up as much as you want. And since this is for a girls' night out, we're gonna go for a more dramatic lash. So next I'm going to go in with concealer. I like using Dualist concealer, the illuminating side, because it just really brightens your under eye area. There's a matte side as well, which is more for like spot correction. So I'll use that in a bit as well. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to create a upside down triangle. I'm going to go in with our new Delusion foundation brush. I'm going to go in with this side of the brush to really blend out the concealer and use this as an opportunity to really clean up the shadow and any mistakes that may have. So that's one side with Dualist concealer. As you can see, it really covered up my dark circles, really covered up and brightened my under eye area. And I'm going to go in on the other side and again create that upside down V and then fill it in with Dualist. Since it has a very precise tip, you can really use it to clean up and really define the shadow look that you created and even clean up your brow area. So I like to do concealer first because I don't like to go over my under eye area with foundation. I like to just keep it to concealer just because my under eye area tends to get a bit cakey. if I layer on too many liquid formulas, so I like to stick with just concealer. So now that I've concealed my under eye areas with the illuminating liquid, I'm going to go back in with the matte stick and cover up any dark spots I have. And I'm going to use my finger to blend out. Next, I'm going to go in with Nude Illusion in shade Medium. I'm going to use the doe foot applicator, create sort of like 3 lines on both sides of my cheeks, down the center of my nose, up on my forehead, and then on my chin. So what I like about this foundation is that it's very buildable. So for nights out, I tend to want a more medium to full coverage complexion, so it's perfect for me to just do 1 coat for now, and then from there I'll decide if I need another coat. But you can really layer it on and you'll get amazing coverage, and it won't get too cakey. And it feels very lightweight because I don't like to wear heavy foundation, so this one gives me the coverage that I want and it's still lightweight. I'm going to blend it all across my forehead. And this brush is very dense, so it really feels like and it looks like I'm covering all of my complexion. So I'm going to go back in and apply more around my nose area. So the area around my nose tends to be really dry and flaky, and the good thing about Nude Illusion is that it's enriched with niacinamide and vitamin B and lotus flower, so all key ingredients to making sure your skin stays hydrated and doesn't look as flaky as it tends to be during the winter months. Now I'm going to go back over with the other side of the brush and just really press in and make sure that the foundation is really blended out properly. So now that my complexion is done with Nude Illusion, I'm going to go back in with Play All Day. The cool thing about this powder is that it's the first of its kind in that the translucent powder is in the puff. So I'm literally just going to apply this all over my face, my complexion, and set the under eye area just to make sure there's no creasing, and it'll absorb any excess shine around my nose, which tends to get oily. And forehead. So you're really applying only the necessary powder. There isn't any like mess, so you're not wasting any product, which is the really cool thing about this powder. So the cool thing about Play All Day is that it comes with an antimicrobial puff, so you can just store it back inside the compact, close it, throw it in your bag, and take it with you to touch up on the go. I'm going to use Lip Setter in shade Nolita Nude to add some color to my cheeks. I'm going to apply directly on my cheeks and then blend out with my finger. So since the eyes are more intense, you want to keep your cheek color a bit more neutral because you want all the attention focused on the eyes. So if you smile and then you just follow the apples of your cheeks. Now I'm going to go in on the other side. The blush is applied, I'm going to go back in with the same foundation brush and just really press it in just to make it look more natural and more so it blends in well with the foundation. No one wants to have overly blushed cheeks. So now that I've applied blush, I'm going to go in and do my lips, and I'm going to start off with the liner side of Lip Setter and just follow my lip line. And then create an X on the top lip to contour, and then draw a line upwards on the bottom lip. And I'm going to go back in with the lipstick side. And then go back in and fix any mistakes with the liner side. So the cool thing about Catch the Light is that it comes with a cream highlighter stick and a liquid highlighter formula. So you can really, you know, if you want to be more low-key, you know, you're going with the cream. For me, since it's a nighttime look, I'm going to go in with the liquid formula. So I'm going to do 1 drop on the cheek. And then I'm going to go in with my finger and blend. And really just the top of your cheekbone. And just blend, blend, blend. And then take it upwards towards your brow. I like to go in with the brush as well, just to really blend it. And so it blends well into the skin, and it has a more skin-like finish. You can see how intense this side is versus this side. So you're really catching the light with your cheekbones. So now we're gonna go in on the other side. And then just blend it into your skin. You can take any leftover highlighter and apply it to the bridge of your nose, your inner eye corner, and your brow bone, which we'll do at the end. So I'm going to use the cream stick version to highlight the bridge of my nose, brow bone. And then place them in my inner eye corner as well. So that's it, that's the final look. And I achieved it just using a handful of products, which can all be found at wanderbeauty.com. Thanks so much for watching.